Hey guys, it's Greg at Vanguard Motor Sales, and I got one beautiful 58 Impala sitting right here. A 348 under the hood with a tri-power sitting on top of that. She is black and she is beautiful. I tell you what, had to be thousands of hours put into the paint job on this thing. She is sweet as can be. All the chrome is looking brand new also, and boy does this thing have the chrome. I mean, look at all the pieces out front here. There's got to be $10,000 worth of chrome work just in the front end of this thing. I mean, she is beautiful. Now this thing's been on the rotisserie, so the bottom side is red oxide primer, just like it would have been from the factory. And when you look down the side of it, man, you want to talk about long and straight. This baby is long and straight. All the stainless has been polished. She is a beauty, man. Look at the reflections in that black paint. You can only get that if you spend a lot of hours blocking this thing. Guide coat, block, guide coat, block. Then look at all the emblems, all the stainless, the spinners on the hubcaps, the wide whites. I mean, she is a beauty, man. And then the tri-colored interior also. Armrest looking beautiful. All the handles look like the chrome work's been done on that. The steering wheel, the dash. All the upholstery looks like it's brand new. Even got an armrest in the back. Isn't that cool, man? All the chrome and stainless and the interior's looking good. You can see the interior lights themselves are working. All the paint work on the dash looking sweet. All those knobs, I mean, just everything looks like it would have looked back in 1958. She is beautiful, man. These cars are so hot right now. What's so cool about them is, you know, they changed the shape of these quite a bit from 57, obviously. She is a beauty, man. All that stainless is gorgeous. Let me grab the keys here and we'll pop open that trunk. Look at all the chrome out back. The bezels on the taillights, the chrome on the bumper. So I got real lucky. There's only one key on the ring, so let's hope that opens the trunk. Oh, yeah, it does. Now look at that. Man, that's beautiful. Whenever there's a mat in the car, you want to make sure you pull that mat up. As you can see, the floor looks great underneath there too. We got a spare in here. We got a nice finish on the bottom side of everything. All the rubber's all looking good. They went as far as painting the latch to look like it's original also. As you look down the passenger side there, straight as can be. She is a beauty, man. All the curves and coves. Absolutely gorgeous. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we don't do consignment. That means we own this 58, so you know we checked it out good before we bought it. Then once we get them here to the shop, we put them up on the lift and we check them out and inspect them so we can answer any question you may have about them. We're going to take about 100 pictures of this car, and we're going to finish up this video on the bottom side of this car. All the way. Tri-power 348, just driving like a dream, man. What's so cool about these cars too is when you take them to a show, you're not gonna find one this nice anywhere, man. I tell you what, she is an absolute beauty. This baby has been on the rotisserie, looking sweet, driving even better, man, I tell you. This was one boat back then, and it's a boat right now. It's like driving your living room down the road, having a blast here. And then the 3 on the tree, impress all your friends and neighbors, because a lot of people don't even know how to drive one of these. Of course, I learned to drive on one of these in a pickup truck. Just had a blast. That was the first clutched vehicle I ever drove, at least on a car or truck. Grew up on a farm, so I drove all kinds of shit when I was a kid. I asked my dad one time, he's like, when did you start letting me drive the semis? He said, when you could reach the pedals. Of course, in the old farming community, they didn't care, man. Had to get the work done. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we can ship this baby anywhere in the world. You just give Tom a call, he'll tell you all about it. Now look down here on the dash. Look how nice everything looks. Looks like 1958 in here. The dash is all looking sweet. Temperature gauge looks like it's coming up. Fuel gauge. The speedo's working. Now the AM radio is not working. And if you're a radio person, I suggest you get one of those radios. They make them, they're called retro sound. They look like an old school radio, but you can actually hook your phone up to it like everybody's used to now. Everybody thinks you gotta be able to hook up your phone. And I tell you, you put the hammer down in this baby, those 3 deuces open up, and away you go, baby. It's a sweet ride. Now we're about to do something nobody else does. At Vanguard, every vehicle goes up on the lift, so we can show you just how nice it is. Not just the nice ones. But of course at Vanguard, that means all of them. All of them are the nice ones. So call Tom anytime, he'll tell you all about this beautiful car. We'd love to have you come in and check it out in person. Or if you want to bring an inspector, no problem whatsoever. We will treat your inspector just like we'd treat you. Now stick with us, we're going in the air right now. All right, we're underneath the 58, and I tell you what, I've looked underneath a ton of these cars, and you never see them done to this level. Look at this thing. Brand new tank, beautiful paint on the frame. The floorboards are painted in oxide, looking sweet. I mean, the exhaust is brand new, and look at the rear end housing. I mean, it looks brand new. Everything looking sweet on this thing. Right around a 308 gear in here. That's what would have come in a manual transmission car, and we just rolled it over and confirmed that. The backing plates are all painted up, looking good. The lines for the brakes look like they're new. All the bushings and all the bolts and everything and the suspension all look like they're fairly new. And you can see the paintwork is looking just absolutely gorgeous. Looks like the parking brake cables are also new. Look at the floorboards on this thing. I mean, it looks like it's brand new, 1958 in here. The paint on this frame is also looking sweet up here. Cross members also looking sweet. Then we've got our 3-speed manual transmission. We got great looking paint on the bottom side of the motor here. We got great looking paint on the cross member. The cross member's in great shape. Normally these are really beat up. The bushings look like they're in decent shape up front here on the lower and upper control arms. The sway bar bushings also look good. Ball joint boots also look good on this thing. I mean, everything under here is clean as a whistle. The front frame horns are nice and straight. Back side of the bumper is just about as clean as the front side, and you can see that chrome is just looking absolutely gorgeous. Now these tires are beautiful, man. Look at those wide whites and look at those beautiful hubcaps, man. Just looking beautiful. Now these are 7.5s by 14s. You can see the wheel wells also painted up nice. And then look down the side of this thing from the bottom at that black paint. And then that rocker molding also in beautiful shape. That rocker molding looks like it's aluminum, so for it to still be in that beautiful a shape, that is very rare. Look at the bottom side of this rocker, looking beautiful. I mean, we got a great looking pinch weld here. This all looks factory right here, man. I tell you where the quarter ties into the rocker. See how nice and clean that seam is? Just beautiful, man. I tell you what, I'm in love with this car. Of course, we got the same good looking tire on the back with the same good looking white wall and a great looking hubcap back here also. That wheel well there has also been lined. It's looking good. And you can see all this just looking gorgeous, man. You still see all the spot welds and everything. Just looking beautiful, man. We're gonna lower this thing down, look under the hood right now. All right, we're under the hood now, and it is just as beautiful under here. Of course, we got this 348 making a bunch of horsepower back in 1958. And then, of course, look at those 3 deuces sitting on there. It's got the correct air cleaner on it, all looking sweet. And what's really cool is the generator and the power steering pump all hooked together. You can see brand new high pressure lines coming off the power steering. Looks like brand new wiring also. It does have manual brakes. Everything under here, everything I can see at least, as clean as can be. We got GM markings on the hoses. We got period correct clamps on all the hoses. I mean, look at this little guy, man. Looks like an S. All form fitted, looking good. The firewall's all painted up, looking good. We got brand new insulation on the bottom side of the hood. And look at this, they made these little spring clips to hold it up there. Isn't that sweet? You don't see stuff like that today. Bottom side of the hood's nicely painted. They've restored the latch and painted it to make it look like it's bare metal. I mean, everything about this car is just absolutely gorgeous, guys. She's a 58, super highly restored. She's black. She's got 3 deuces. Give us a call, 248-974-9513, and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your drive.